It's Mara, and welcome to SOQI night. Tonight we're going to talk about immunity, and remember, the information's educational. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. So I'm going to share some information with you tonight on your immune system and how you can help keep yours as healthy as you can. So I hope everybody had a nice Valentine's Day and is doing really well. And if you're in a cool place, I hope you're staying warm. And if you're in a warm place, I hope you're staying cool. So what does our immune system do? Well, our immune system, when it's working properly, it tells which cells are ours and which substances are foreign in our body. So it activates, mobilizes, attacks, and kills foreign invader and germs that can cause us harm. That's what its job is. So the immune system isn't like the circulatory system or the structural system. It refers to many different parts of our body that are involved in protecting us from invaders such as bacteria, virus, fungus, molds, and toxins. And the job of our immune system is to wake up, get moving, and attack these invaders. And we have two parts to our immune system: our innate part, which is the part we're born with, and our adaptive part that is created and developed throughout our lives based on our exposure. So when an invader comes to attack the body, our innate immune system is the body's first line of defense. And this is the part of our immune system that protects us. And it's also the part of our immune system that's responsible for mediating inflammation. So the cells within the innate immune system travel about the body looking for threats. And when they find a threat, their job is to destroy it. When they're not successful in doing so, our adaptive immune system kicks in. That's the one that creates things to protect us and develops over our lifetime. So you might have heard of mast cells, macrophages, natural killer cells, dendritic cells, monocytes, neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils. They're all part of the innate immune system and part of our blood. So the adaptive immune system handles more complex threats, and that's where you find the lymphocytes, known as our B and T cells. And the B cells work on creating antibodies in our blood and mucus, and our T cells focus on other cells that help our bodies with antibodies. So earlier I said our immune system isn't kind of like the circulatory or the structural system. It's made up of many different parts of the body. It's our adenoids, our bone marrow, our lymph nodes, our lymphatic vessels, Peyer's patches in our intestinal system, our spleen, our thymus, and our tonsils. So during our lifetime, our thymus is much more active when we're young, and it becomes somewhat dormant as we age. And that's when our bone marrow kicks in. So when we're young, the thymus is really active. As we age, the thymus takes kind of a back seat and the bone marrow takes over. And our lymph nodes are connected by our lymphatic vessels, and they're located all throughout our body, under your arms and your neck. And their function is to carry lymphocytes to the lymphoids and our bloodstream. I mentioned Peyer's patches, and that's because our gut is really involved with our immune system. And our gut, just like our body, is made up of a microbiota or microbiome. So we're good and bad bacteria. The good bacteria or microbes throughout the body are referred to as probiotics. And our body's actually made up of 90% of these microbes and 10% actual human cells. So due to the high amount of microbes in our body had to develop a beneficial relationship with this. And this relationship is known as symbiosis, which means a close biological reaction between different species that live together. So both the probiotics and the bad bacteria and our human cells all live together in a symbiosis state. The microbiome that's mostly concentrated in our digestive and intestinal system has a major influence on our immune system and many aspects of our health, including our weight, our skin, our immunity, our blood sugar, our hormones, our cardiovascular, neurological, respiratory, and glandular system. So the microbes that live within our digestive system make up 70 to 80% of our immune system and interact with every major system in the body. So the barriers of the intestinal wall and the immune system work together, 70 to 80% of them. Through this symbiotic relationship, the microbes and the immune cells work together to support each other and protect our body. And this relationship actually begins at birth, and it grows and develops our immune system, and our immune system influences our microbiome, and our microbiome in the gut influence our immune system. So this may understand why gut health nowadays is really important and everybody's talking about it, because the relationship needs to be strong, the immune cells and the intestinal wall and its barriers. So when these relationships weaken, okay, that wall weakens and things leak out that aren't supposed to, and that's what they refer to as leaky gut. So environmental toxins can create an imbalance in our gut microbiota, and these endotoxins that are produced by the bacteria throughout is what fuels chronic inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. So endotoxins are the toxins secreted by microorganisms, and when we're out of balance, if we have too many of the ones we don't want, it can fuel many of these things. What impacts our health greatly, besides bacteria, virus, fungus, molds that are going to attack us or invade our space other than our gut, is the science of epigenetics. And epigenetics is the study of changes in organisms like ourselves caused by modification of gene expression rather than altering the gene expression or the genetic code itself. So in layman's terms, it's how our environment, our lifestyle, and our habits impact our gene expression. This is hard to grasp for some, however, our habits actually influence our gene expression. So let's look at an Olympic athlete. For instance, his body has a lot of different demands than somebody who works a desk job. So his body is going to create different gene expression based on his needs than yours and mine, and that's the science of epigenetic. So what we need to understand is how closely related everything is between our gut, our lifestyle, and the invaders. So there's a lot of things that weaken our immune system: allergies, autoimmune disorders, inherited disorders, infections, cancer, sepsis, medications, toxins, smoking, alcohol, and poor nutrition. These things really affect our gut health, and they affect our immune system and our overall health. So what can we do to stay healthy? Well, there's a lot of things we can stay healthy. We can focus on lifestyle and diet, so we can drink clean water, eat healthier. And I know we've all heard about eating for the seasons, and it's somewhat true, because when it's cold outside, our body works really hard to stay warm. So during the winter months, you want to focus on root veggies, soups, and warming, somewhat spicy foods if you can eat them, to help your body with circulation and to stay warm. And in the summer, you want to focus more on cooling foods, watermelon, fruits, and salads to help your body cool down, using the nutrients from each. You also want to move your body, manage your stress, get enough sleep, minimize your exposure to toxins, take steps to avoid infection. If you do smoke and you drink heavily, maybe you want to quit and seek outside counsel if you need it. And you may want to add an immune support supplement. I know that I do. So when people ask what kind of water, eat whatever, drink whatever water you're going to drink. And keep in mind that green drinks like what we used to have, Go Green, herbal teas and liquids from soups, and fruits and veggies also count as water because they're very hydrating to the body. In wintertime, soups are good because it helps your body stay warm. So many experts feel that if you actually feel thirsty, you're probably really dehydrated and you need to start drinking a lot of water. If you're wondering if you're dehydrated, some of the symptoms include constipation, fogginess and confusion, muscle weakness, trouble losing weight, dry skin, fatigue, dizziness, and headaches. I know when I first started consulting with people as a natural health practitioner, I had a woman come to me. She wasn't sleeping. She was very fatigued. She wasn't going to the bathroom. I asked her how much water she drank. She said absolutely none. I said, are you willing to commit to drinking 4 to 6 glasses of water a day, and let's see how you feel in 30 days? And she drank the water, and she felt much better at the end of 30 days just because she didn't realize the importance of water. Drinking clean water is really important. So if you're going to drink water, make sure it's clean. Use a filtration system, whether you believe in distilled water, reverse osmosis, or filtered. You also want to make sure you're eating a healthy diet. People always ask me what's healthy. Well, if it doesn't spoil, don't eat it. Because if it doesn't spoil, it's full of artificial everything to keep it from spoiling. Because things in the form God created it, like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, breads, they mold, they spoil, they smell. So focus on eating foods that spoil. Focus on eating lots of whole and plant foods, leafy greens, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and fruit. And keep in mind what season it is and how you can make what's available to you work with your body and staying warm and staying cool. Meat and fish that are lean, healthy fats like avocados, coconut oil, olives, flax seeds, chia seeds, butter or ghee, nut butters, fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, apple cider vinegar you can throw in a drink, sourdough. Probiotics and digestive enzymes are really important, especially as we age. Our body doesn't produce enzymes. We get them from some of the food that we eat, and that's really hard to get the enzymes in. And our gut really likes plants, fiber, and fermented foods. So if you want a healthy gut, focus on eating plants, fibrous foods, and fermented foods. You really want to stay away again from the processed foods because they're high in sugar, they're high in salt, and they don't spoil. And all they do is going to make you feel hungrier. And unhealthy fats like saturated and trans or hydrogenated fats. And many people with a current health condition say they feel better with gluten, dairy, eggs, and avoiding nightshades, which are things like peppers and eggplant. And the reason is nightshades produce zonulin in the body, which creates more opening from the intestinal permeability, which aids to leaky guts. And again, the foods we eat play a very important role in maintaining a diverse and properly functioning gut microbiota. So plants, fiber, fermented foods, our gut loves. Foods high in sugar and processed don't. So when you eat plant fibers and fermented foods, the good microbes eat those. And when you eat foods high in sugar and processed foods, you're feeding the things that are going to take you down and harm you. So just think about that when you go to eat. You also want to move your body. Moving your body helps maintain a healthy weight. It also reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and many types of cancer. It also strengthens your bones and muscles. I mean, we were designed to move. It improves your mental health and your mood, reduces stress. It promotes longevity. And it provides movement along with the chi machine for maintaining a healthy lymph system. And it's really hard to move in the wintertime. So do some exercise tapes, inside walking, and make sure you're using your chi machine every day. If you don't move your body, you're increasing your risk for many chronic diseases and developing certain types of cancer and creating low bone density. It's also really important to manage your stress. Stress really wreaks havoc on the immune system, because you know how they'll always say, oh, your bowels are up in an uproar, or you're just, your stomach's in a knot. Stress causes that, and that really interacts with the immune system. um, it produces the hormone cortisol, and that's very weakening to the immune system when you're under stress. And stress produces acid, and that also harms the good bacteria throughout the body. Forces our body to use minerals to maintain its pH, and the e-power can help you maintain your pH and keep your body in balance as well. So if you do suffer with a lot of stress, you want to practice some deep breathing, listen to your favorite relaxing tunes, exercise, add some essential oils. I love to use essential oils like lavender, rose, ylang-ylang, bergamot, sweet orange, jasmine when I'm using the SOQI products. And deep breathing, it does wonders. Studies have been done. It lowers your blood pressure. It helps reduce stress. It triggers the release of endorphins in your body, which causes instant changes and improves your mood. Sleeping's huge. When we sleep, our body does tons of work to repair, rejuvenate, regenerate our cells. So when you're sick, that's why you're so tired and your body needs to rest. I've never been one for laying in bed continuously when you're sick. I think you should sit up and watch TV or read a book or something on the couch. And when you're super tired, then lay down and go to sleep. But you want to make sure that you're sleeping good. And if you're having issues sleeping, falling asleep, or staying asleep, check out the noise and the light and the temperature, and try to determine if you're not sleeping because you don't feel well or you're having dreams, to better give you tips on how you can deal with it. Creating a sleep routine is really great because that really helps you sleep. You also want to minimize your exposure to toxins. So pay attention to your personal care products, your cleaning products, your cooking utensils, your paint, your flooring, your furniture, fertilizer, weed eaters, insect killers, indoor air quality, dust, dander, and mites, and chemicals that are being added to your water and your food. Remember, if it doesn't spoil, there's a reason it's not spoiling, probably because there's chemicals in it to preserve it. Here's some scary facts on toxins. Since 1950, 84,000 chemicals have been made and are currently on the market, and less than 1% of those chemicals have been tested for safety. And billions of dollars are spent each and every year on healthcare costs associated with these chemicals. And when they did umbilical cord blood tests on newborns, there were approximately 300 chemicals in the blood. So reduce your toxic load. Look for cleaner, greener products. Then you may want to supplement your immune system, especially during times of high alert, like the holidays, when the flu's going around. Maybe you want to make sure you're taking vitamin C and D, especially if you're not having any sunshine. Selenium and zinc are also important. Make sure you're eating fermented food or taking probiotics. And, I take beta-1 3D-glucan every day. It's one of my favorite supplements for the immune system. Of course, if you have an autoimmune disease or some concerns, you may want to check with your doctor. But beta-glucan is a naturally occurring compound that's formed from sugar molecules and found in many plant sources. There's been a variety of health benefits linked to beta-glucan, specifically with the beta-1D3-glucan that SOQI offers, HTE offers. It has more biological activity than any other type of polysaccharide. Beta-glucans have been used for immune system support since 1980, mostly in Japan, and they're not produced naturally by our body, so therefore if we don't attain them through our diet by eating lots of plants, we should supplement with them. Beta-1 3D-glucan is actually able to enhance our immune response like no other product, and they're used for a wide variety of ailments: allergies, asthma, bloating, cancer, common colds, flus, Crohn's disease, fibro, diabetes, high cholesterol, blood pressure, irritable bowel, liver problems, Lyme disease, rheumatoid arthritis, certain types of cancer, viral infections. So it's really beneficial to the body. There's been a variety of health benefits linked to it, especially in relationship to lowering your cholesterol and enhancing your heart health, overall immune system support, improving gut health, decreasing inflammation in the body. It has been shown to be beneficial in certain types of cancer. It helps regulate blood sugar levels and lower your risk of obesity. And remember, use caution on any supplement. Just because it's a supplement and it's natural doesn't mean that it may be right for you. I don't have a problem taking it. So I hope I gave you some tips on your immune system. One of the other ways is the energy package with the Chi Machine and SOQI ceramic heater. It's a great combo to promote circulation, move the lymphatics, relax your muscles physically and emotionally and mentally for stress. And thermal energy tends to wake up your metabolism and your immune system. And SOQI is offering an energy package for $13.85. It's one of the big sellers. Beta 1 3D Glucan is on special. You can get 3 bottles for $89.95 with shipping of $9.95. And they are doing a special right now, 12 bottles for $300 with free shipping. Remember, if you're watching this in your distributor, put your distributor number in the comments for free fur pad. And we do have specials going on through February 21st. We have the Chi Machine for $465, the ERE for $420, the E-Power for $620, the SOQI ceramic fur heater for $960 plus shipping and tax. If you haven't ever tried Beta 1 3D Glucan, you may want to give it a try for at least 90 days and see how you feel. So everybody remember, stay healthy, pay attention to what you eat, drink, and think, because it does affect your health, your immune system, and everything, all the functions of the body. So be well, and I will talk to you guys next month. Thanks for watching. Bye.